That's not what she wants. She wants to feel your strength. She doesn't want you to prove her wrong or give her a convincing argument or to really even answer. A lot of times women don't even want you to answer their question. They don't even want you to solve their problem. She don't want you to solve her problem. What she wants is for you to be strong, to be something that she could rest on. Boom. Slow down. Slow down. It's all right.
Yo, Elliot.
Yo, Elliot. Been with my wife for 11 years. I love her more than ever. Lately, she's been wreaking havoc with my peace at random. She gets in her feelings and starts an argument with me. She can act very hard like a man. Defiance, like you said. I think she learned to get hard out of necessity. She had a traumatic relationship when she was young and had to learn to become hard to survive and get out, which I respect very much. If she's stressed and she goes into hard mode on me, and it's like having a competition with a dude in my house, fucking me up and my peace. It came to a head 2 days ago, and now I'm on a little trip on my own to get some space. How can I encourage her to be more soft so when she has an issue, she brings some feminine to it when she engages with me so I can work with her? When she gets hard on me, I end up responding with hardness, which I don't think is wrong. Any advice on the situation, which would be great. So the first thing that came to my mind was what David Dita, you know who David Dita is? David Dita says in The Way of the Superior Man. And in it, he describes the nature of the masculine and the feminine to a beautiful degree, very poetic degree. And he truly understands sexual polarity, this man. And I highly recommend you read this book. But in it, he likens women to a storm, right? Like you could imagine like a storm out on the ocean where it's rocking the boats, whoosh, crashing, right? He says, this is a woman, this is a very feminine in nature, is to be chaotic. And the feminine nature is chaotic. That's just when it comes to like the physics of it. Masculine nature is very stoic and feminine is very chaotic. And that's how we balance each other out. And you know this because the woman is generally, you know, especially in a rightly ordered world, generally more emotional than the man. And so the man is like a mountain. And so if the woman is like the stormy ocean, the man is like the mountain. And the woman like the stormy ocean, and if she's acting like a whirlwind, what is required and what she's really hankering for and what she really wants is the strength of that mountain to settle her down. And so he gives a few different examples of what that looks like in his book when he talks about a woman who's like you say, she's acting real wild. And he's just, for example, he gives in the book. Now, of course, there's a difference between doing something and being something, but sometimes you can learn how to be by doing. And so these examples are helpful. Don't think of them as like a strategy, like I'm going to go do this, but get into the place, like be the type of man that this just emerges from you. So he says when she acts that way, just grab her, lift her up off the ground and give her a big kiss. And he says, even like, you know, when children, like they're throwing temper tantrums, you go behind them and you kind of hold them so that they can calm down. He says, just grab her or hold her like that. Hold her. So she's like acting up. You just stay cool. You stay real cool. And you just draw her to you. And you're like, I get it. And you just hold her. And just hold her. And she's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And you just start kissing her. Kiss her on her neck. It's all right. I understand. I get it. It's all right. Relax. I mean, maybe don't tell her relax, but you know what words to use with your wife. And so the whole idea is that you bring her into your strong embrace that will ultimately, like, first of all, you got to be unmoved, right? Like the mountain. She's moving all over the place. You have to be unmoved, not disconnected and unconcerned. You're concerned. Oh, I'm listening. I understand. Good. Right. But then reach for her and he says it in the book too. And, you know, a lot of people will think this is, you know, sexist or whatever because people are retarded. But she wants you to be like a strong father. When you're with a woman and she's your wife, in a lot of ways, you're paternalistic. Men are to be paternalistic even with their wives. You're like a father. And so when she's in that chaotic space, She really just needs like you to be like a kind, loving father to her, like an authority, like a true authority figure. Like when the children are acting up or the children get into temper tantrums or the children are emotional, because I got daughters, I can't get down there with them. I can't engage with them that way. I have to, it's okay, come. And even with my daughters, especially when they were younger, I'll say, all right, just come and sit on my lap, right? Just come sit on my lap. Okay, I told you guys that we might be moving soon, and so my youngest daughter, it's really bothering her, and like she'll come into the room and she's crying, she's like, I just don't feel good, like, because she knows we might be moving soon. I just don't feel good, and she does it. And you know what I do? Just come here, and she's put her head on my shoulder. And there's no words. This is the other thing that you got to understand with women when they act this way. You can't be logical with them. You can't rationalize with them. They're totally irrational when they're in this place. And a woman who knows herself will tell you she's irrational. My wife, when she gets like this sometimes, which is very rare, but she'll just tell me, I'm just being irrational right now. She'll say that. My wife is very rational because she knows when she's being irrational. And she'll just tell me, and I'm being irrational right now. And so if I'm trying to rationalize with her, it's like, okay, that means that it's not going to get anywhere. That's not what she wants. She wants to feel your strength. She doesn't want you to prove her wrong or give her a convincing argument or to really even answer. A lot of times women don't even want you to answer their question. They don't even want you to solve their problem. She don't want you to solve her problem. What she wants is for you to be strong, to be something that she could rest on. Boom, slow down, it's all right. My youngest daughter, I even used to do this when she was real little because she's got a lot of energy. And in a lot of ways, she's the most feminine of my daughters because of her energy. And she's so creative. She's chaos. My youngest daughter is chaos. You see my children's rooms. I've done videos like with her room on my Instagram stories. Her room's fucking chaos. She's got paint everywhere. You walk in her room, it's like a tornado. And even when she was a baby and she would get into these like fits, I would just hold her like this and breathe. And in fact, when I said, it's not so much about what you do, but who you are, when you're being this way, you breathe in deep. And your breath, when we breathe, it's a vibration. People say like, you got vibes, I feel your vibes, you got bad vibes and shit like that. Well, the breath is a vibration. It literally is, because there's an inhale and there's an exhale. There's a peak and there's a crest, right? There's an up and there's a down. What is a vibration? It's this. And so when you have a calm, when you're breathing calm and she's chaotic, and you pull her close, just pull her close. Maybe just grab her by a hand and pull her close. All of a sudden, the pulsation, your calm pulsation will pour itself over into her. And she'll start to calm down a little bit. Now, this might not work right away, because depending on, how out there she is, she might think that you're condescending, right? But and that's the other thing, like I keep saying, it's not about what you do, because you could be doing condescending shit. It's about who you're being. No, I genuinely love you, and I want to see you feel okay. But I understand that I can't rationalize with you right now. So I'm just going to bring you into my strong, stoic, stable embrace. Women, because they're more feeling creatures and not thinking creatures, we got to use the body, right? Because the body is where emotion comes from. We have to use our bodies to help them, right? We literally have to bring them close to our bodies. Or women want to be touched too, right? Like a lot of times you can calm her down just by holding her arms, right? Like just rubbing her arms. Yes, I understand. And just like while she's complaining or while she's yelling, while she's freaking out, you're just rubbing her arms. That's all right. Yeah, I'm listening to you. I understand. Yeah. The worst thing that we can do, because maybe you don't even get that far, because those are all positive actions, right? Sometimes it's a matter of like you're not even in a position to take positive action, right, in this particular way. But the worst thing you could do is engage negatively with her, right? My wife sometimes, especially when she's complaining about the kids. That's usually what it is. She's upset about one of the children, and she starts ranting about them. The worst thing I can do is to stoke that fire by saying, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she got problems. I understand." Like, you start like stoking the fire and like agreeing with her, even if she's right. I don't want her to get any more wild about it. So I just, yeah. Sometimes she thinks she wants an answer from me, but she don't really want an answer from me. What she wants is calm. It's all right. Yeah. That's it. I'm listening. That's all I'm doing. I'm just listening. All right. Right? And women appreciate that. Now, these, we've become effeminate in our world, and they teach men to be more like women. So a lot of women think that they want their man to whine and cry with them. But that's what they go to their girlfriends for. If you really want somebody to whine and cry with you and to do that and like get down on your level with you, well, that's why that's why they have girlfriends. They have girlfriends for that. Go call your sister, right? But if you really truly want solution, not solution, but solution to your angst, I can calm you down. Yeah, it's all right. Cool. I understand. Come over here. Yeah, it's all right. Just put your head on my shoulder. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah. And just listen. It's all right. You know I love you, right? That's it. Just think about, just consider that and read that book. He really understands polarity. It's a good book. I hope that helps, dude. Done. Yo, it's your bro Elliot Hulse here, and I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you ought to know that it was a clip from one of my most recent sessions with my King Transformation students, where, among other things, we get together about 4 or 5 hours a week, and we speak on things related to becoming kings in our lives. If that sounds like you, you're interested in joining a like-minded group of men who are growing stronger every day in every way in this degenerate age, then it's real simple. Just follow me on Instagram and then DM me the word King, K-I-N-G, and me and my team will get back to you with the details to see if you qualify to join us. I hope to see you at our next meeting. Done.